All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Mahomes now to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back. 51 the mic, 51 the mic. 15. 51 the mic, boy, 51.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Hey, 57, 57. Nice 7, let's go. 51, 51.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mahomes escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. They'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Come on, QB, come on. 50's the mark. Hey, 15.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. They'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So the defense... They're opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Let's go, B. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
A gain of 1 yard. First down, Kansas City.
On first down, Mahomes. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Credit the sack to Malik Jefferson. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
We'll see if they do that.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Now Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
They run for the first time with Justice Hill. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle that time by Sidney Jones. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He completes it to the tight end, Knox. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards, the final tally. He'll go with Hill here on first down. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. 56 to Mike. 56.
Jackson into a double team, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. Then they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing now is Mahomes. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him. even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Let him go by a little too easily there.
Well, that's what we saw in film, isn't it? His head goes down oftentimes when he goes to punch, when he's trying to block. And when you do that, you can't see your target. He went right past him and made the play.
Stay with your man. Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Yellow.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes hauling it in, Nelson. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 19. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Yellow.
Check Nick on the top of the tank.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. So now facing a 3rd and 16 following back-to-back running plays that went in the wrong direction. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Timmy Jernigan with a sack.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that's knocked away and incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
51 yards on the punt there. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together formulating a streak. Got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He is going to find Hill here. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. A run for Nick Chubb. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 47-yard line.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mahomes. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
51, attack! 51,
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Flushed out right. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down.
I got it. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. To throw is Jackson. Getting this into the hands of Turner. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 44-yard line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They go play action now. Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jackson will throw again. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Check 31.
On Sunday.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Extra point right down the middle. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Get that quarterback, D-line.
From the gun, Jackson going down the middle, and it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
From the 44, Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Darren Lee picks it. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Easy.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. That is good, and that'll make it 20-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. 2nd and 5 now. Mahomes, and he's got him. Got his man on the end route, complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Tighten up.
On the carry, it's Chubb. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
57 colors.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 38-yard line.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
I'm letting you know right now, you better.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. 23 yards the pickup there.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
At the 10-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
I'm gonna run you.
43.
Switch. 49. Check 49. Check 49.
And again, it's Chubb. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Mahomes now to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And Butker able to put this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s. It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard, and while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Let's go now. Touchdown. Go. Check 93's the mic. 93's the mic.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. On 2nd and 10, Jackson. And Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Mike 51. Hey, Mike 51. Mike 51. You don't know no.
Now here's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mahomes going to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Butker now to kick this one away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? A gain of 3, second down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
The Bills on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now a 10th carry for Hill. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Check 90, 91. 99. What? Go.
They'll run for it with Hill. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
Attack, attack!
10. Smoke.
15. Yellow.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He's got it complete to Thompson. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
51 the mic. 51 the mic. Do your job.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. They're going deep for Hill. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Point after, right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They stick on the ground on 1st down with Hill. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. on 2nd and 13. Jackson, and that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Jackson throwing on 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Yes. Off. Check, 93's the mic. 93's looking right.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? They'll step off to 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that.
He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They run it again with Hill. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Now Hill, and he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Go get him. Check, 93's the mic. 93's the mic. In your face.
And once again, Hill, he's been busy. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. On 3rd down, it's Hill. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
On 4th down, Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Shit, shit.
Yellow, yellow.
Slam, slam.
Now Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
43.
Mike 51. Mike 51.
They run it again with Chubb. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
Say. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Baby, boom.
Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. This from 54 yards away. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there.